Hi, I put this video together because I am a senior, 83 years old, with a less than robust immune system and at high risk if infected by COVID. My wife has Alzheimer's and is resident in a local care centre. The management has taken every step to keep COVID under control, and all residents and care staff are fully vaccinated and with booster shots. All would-be visitors must be COVID negative and in good health before being allowed to enter the care centre. The BC government in Canada has taken great care to ensure that I am fully vaccinated and with all booster shots. In addition, I watch my diet and exercise regularly at a local gymnasium. I truly began to think that I would never be infected by COVID, that I was just about immune. It's an imperfect world. Despite all precautions, a few care centre residents became infected with COVID. My wife, while still appearing to be healthy, passed it on to me. One day later, I felt less than completely well and began to test myself. This is the story of my encounter with COVID-19.
August the 1st. This was the day after I saw my wife. I didn't feel too good, but no sign of any problem. Thought I might just be getting a cold. August the 2nd. Next day, I was shocked to see this test result. YouTube and medical institutions all agreed. No matter how faint the T-line, I was definitely infected. I was also advised that a PCR test on my wife showed that she was COVID positive. August the 3rd. A depressing day. Very positive test. Felt weak, tired, got a sore throat and began to cough. August the 4th. Did not feel well. Somewhat alarmed that the positive line looked much worse and the control line looked weaker. Reminded myself that I was fully vaccinated and boosted, but stayed indoors and kept quiet. August the 5th. This was perhaps the scariest test result of them all. I was now concerned about my high-risk category and wondered whether I should be contacting the local health authority for additional treatment. Decided to wait one more day as the cough and cold symptoms were less intense. August the 6th. What a relief. Still weak and tired, but cough and cold improving. I hoped what I was seeing was a glimmer of light at the end of the recovery tunnel. August the 7th. Feeling a little better. Test line still very positive, but no worse, and the control line was even more intense. August the 8th. Disappointing test result. Still coughing a bit, but had really hoped for a better test result. Definitely very positive, with only very slight signs of improvement from the day before. August the 9th. Still weak and tired, but definitely happy that both test lines seemed less intense. Of course, this might have been due to a less thorough test sampling, but I thought I saw a slight reduction in the intensity of the test line. August the 10th. A very scary test result, much worse than yesterday. Now over a week since original infection, I began to be concerned that all was not going well. Made a personal, possibly ill-advised decision to wait one more day before considering escalation and contacting the health authorities. August the 11th. Not a happy camper about this test result, although general health was improving. Convinced myself that it was a slight improvement, decided once again to go for another day. August the 12th. More signs of improvement, but still very positive 11 days after infection. At age 83, I was at highest risk. Wondered whether there was more I could do to help my body, other than to stay quiet and let time pass. Fully aware that COVID is much more dangerous than influenza. Began to search the internet. Found this video by Professor Seeholt. The title, 10 Tips If You Get COVID-19. In summary, he said that age 65 plus is regarded as high risk for anyone infected with COVID. He recommended up to 4,000 international units of vitamin D each day, more exposure to sunlight and less to LED lighting, more hot showers and at least 7 hours of sleep. Sounded reasonable? Nothing to lose. It's August. Let's go for it. August the 13th. Felt better next morning and a wonderful test result direction. At last, the control line is more intense than the test line. Going to continue with Dr. Seahalt's advice. August the 14th. Finally, huge relief, the test result I was hoping to see. Maybe my body would have coped anyway, but full credit to Dr. Seahalt. August the 15th. An important confirmation that the battle was going well. Good result, but would still not be acceptable to the ultra-cautious care center management. August the 16th. COVID negative at last. Just had nearly 8 hours of sleep and cough has all but disappeared. Can now resume normal living with a gradual return to the gymnasium. August the 17th. Did this test just to confirm that all is truly well. Now, going to increase my daily intake of vitamin D, resume gymnasium visits, go to bed earlier, and get more sleep.
This experience was a wake-up call, especially at my age. I paid the price for becoming overconfident and less than careful about avoiding COVID infection. I was lucky to have been in fairly good condition, lucky to live in BC, and lucky to have seen Dr. Seahalt's video. Now, in public places, a mask seems more common sense than irritating. It's just not worth the risk of reinfection. Finally, since I have had chickenpox, I decided to check whether I was more likely to get shingles as a result of the COVID pandemic. Found a video by Dr. Mitch Rice, which did indeed confirm a greater risk of shingles after COVID vaccinations, especially for anyone 50 or more years of age who has had chickenpox. So, going to get those 2 Shingrix vaccinations. I hope you found this video to be interesting, and thank you for watching.